What is going on, everyone? Israel back again with another video. In today's video, we're talking about this Tampa Bay Rays squad. So the Tampa Bay Rays have been a pretty interesting team for a while. I mean, if we take a look at their past couple of seasons right here, you can obviously see they had a great success in this postseason in the past. I mean, obviously 2020 was pretty much their season to really win, but unfortunately lost to the Dodgers. In the last couple of years, they've been pretty disappointing, I would say. I mean, they had that Grueller series versus Cleveland, I mean, in 2022. I mean, with the crazy innings, when I went to like 16, 17 innings that game one, and the game two was extremely close as well. And I thought this year they kind of just got folded. They made a lot of errors in the field, and they really just didn't hit well as a team. And then 2021, they got absolutely smoked by the Red Sox in most of that series. So yeah, the last couple of years just hasn't really been it for them, because it sucks because this team is really good watching all season. It just comes down to those key moments, you know, of the sport where you got to be hot in these playoff games, and they're just not it right now. So I'd say their last two most recent, you know, years, they've been pretty disappointing in that postseason, but during the season they've looked great. And I do think Tampa's going to keep it up as well. I mean, this team on paper is just really solid this year, and I definitely think that they'll be a good shot in that AL East again. Not sure if they're going to win the division. It was very close last season. There was obviously only 2 games out, but they're definitely going to be a solid team. Let's first start off with this contract situation. We know this team doesn't really spend a whole lot of money, but when they do, they actually sign some pretty good players. So Franco's still getting paid around $2.5 million this season, so we don't know if he's actually going to get paid that. I imagine he would, just because that's how the contracts are set up, but I'm pretty sure the next seasons he won't have to get paid or something like that. So I'm pretty sure there's a contract with the league or something, like if you get arrested then the contract's voided, or there's something like that. I've heard the reporters, as people, you know, talking about it. So I don't think they're actually gonna have to pay all this money that he was technically guaranteed if he actually is arrested, at least from what I know. So they should be solid there. So if they do get that voided, you know, for 2025, then they can make a lot more moves, which will be great for the Rays, because, you know, they can sign a couple guys with that, you know, with all that money. But who knows, his situation is very weird, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to pay that, you know, 2.5 mil this year, which is fine for them. But looking at the rest of their players, I mean, I'm pretty excited about this team. Like I said, they're starting to spend more and more money every season, which is nice. If we take a look at some of their players right here, Eflin had a pretty good season, as well as some of their players like Yandy, Diaz had a really breakout season, I thought, this year. A lot of people are watching his highlights and his clips, as well as some of their other players, like, you know, we got Fairbanks on here, Lau, Davinsky, we got Springs on this list of contracts, and then everyone else is once again in that arbitration section. So obviously the most they're gonna have to pay is arozarena, which is currently at $9 million right now, is the rumor. So we'll see what happens in, you know, pretty much in February, like in I think like 2 or 3 weeks these get decided. So it should be interesting to see what his final contract's at. And then everyone is in arbitration or pre-arbitration as we scroll on down. Now, taking a look at this financial situation, they've committed $40.1 million to this team. If we count in all the arbitration and all that cost, it's about $83 million to the squad, which is still insanely impressive that this team makes the playoffs like pretty much any year without spending a lot of money. So the Rays, I think, are definitely looking solid. I definitely want to see where they're at during the season, because this is a team that's going to bring up a lot of young talent. We already know that, you know, that's been their strategy pretty much since, you know, they've started winning. They've always brought up new and exciting players, and they've been like, really good. I mean, Randy Arozarena is a perfect example in 2020 when they brought him up, and he was absolutely disgusting for him, at least on the hitting side, because, you know, they have some pitchers as well that have done that. But it should be very exciting to watch this team moving forward, and I'm really excited to watch them going forward as well. So the actual page when I'm recording this video is actually down for all the teams. I don't know why, but we can go over a couple of their prospects in the top 100 right now. Some of them are really solid and probably are going to play this season. So Junior Camrio, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name, is the first player. He's number 4 on the top 100 right now. He's projected for 2024. Obviously, we already know he played a little bit last season. He batted .235, so he should be pretty exciting. He only played 7 games, so going to be interesting to see how he does this season. Obviously, he plays that short and third position, so I imagine we'll probably start shortstop, but we'll wait and see. But he's in a very exciting talent, which is going to have a full year now to see how well he's going to do, which is really exciting. Then we get to their next player at the top 20 spot, Carson Williams, shortstop. He's in this AA position right now. Played a little bit of AAA last year. Played about 4 games. Only had like 1 hit, pretty sure, because he's got an average of 0.77, so not the best. But in AA, he was 429, so played pretty solid. Spent most of last season in that high A, so gonna be interesting to see where he's gonna land this year. Probably gonna start in AA again, just because he only had 6 games there. But this kid's projected 2025, so should be exciting to see where he goes, and maybe if he gets called up, you know, in this year or next year, it's gonna be pretty exciting. The next player, which is currently ranked at number 55, is Curtis Mead. He's actually played for the Rays this season. He played a pretty good amount of games, played 24 with them, batted .253 overall. It's not terrible at all. Definitely had some good, he had some good ABs, I'm not gonna lie. That definitely was a solid player. He's obviously gonna probably play with this team, plays that second and third position, so should be exciting to see where he's at in spring training, because he should make the team again, and he should be he should be starting, I think, or should be at least on the bench. So those are their 3 guys currently in that top 100. I don't know why the page is down right now. I'm not sure what's going on. That's actually down for all teams, so kind of unfortunate. But looking at this Rays squad for 2024, I obviously have this team in the postseason. I mean, it's very hard to say that they're not a postseason team. My only thing is if they're going to win the division or get a wild card or what they're going to do again. Because I personally think they're going to get the first wild card again. I think the Orioles kind of probably going to win that division again. But man, it was very close last season, so it can really flip-flop either way. It just really depends how they play in that postseason, because this team is good. We've seen it throughout the last couple, seasons, and in general in 2020, obviously they were really good. So it's really going to come down to how they play in that postseason, and if they can really try to get a division, if they really can try to get a good series in the postseason together and try to get something going. Yeah, where do you guys have the Rays right now? This team is one of the better budget teams, I think, in the league, that's playing well and probably going to win probably going to get in the playoffs, I mean. So where do you guys have this squad moving forward? Very good team. But if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.